drugs, racketeering.
And real estate. Robert Durant is a competitor for the riverfront. He's a very dangerous man, Julie. And I fully believe he'd do anything to get his hands on that document.
Wow, that rolled off the tongue pretty naturally, didn't it? Do you suppose that works the same way with other professions? Let's see. Drugs, racketeering, and graphic design. Drugs, racketeering, and carpentry. Doesn't quite have the same ring, does it? And yet, crime and real estate development somehow go together like peanut butter and jelly. That's because, in the public imagination, real estate developers are public enemy number one. Ruthless criminals willing to break any law to force their projects through. Wondering how we got here and what we can do about it. Let's roll the tape.
The only way to win, Theodore, is to cheat. Remember, a little hole in their hull will slow them down just enough.
If you've been watching the other videos in this series, you already know that real estate developers are often portrayed as willing to lie and cheat to win approvals. But lying and cheating? That's child's play. It takes a special kind of commitment to spend all day committing crimes. And, according to movies, that special commitment is a real estate developer's specialty. Sometimes, our evil crimes are cartoonishly exaggerated, literally. But what's really alarming are the movies where criminal activity is actually part of the job. Bribing politicians. Engaging in fraud. If you've seen The Godfather Part 3, you'll recall that the entire plot revolves around a $500 million deal among multiple mob families, the Vatican, and an international real estate company. The point is, real estate developers aren't just capable of committing crimes. Development itself is a crime. So it's no wonder people oppose projects as passionately as they do. Never mind that you never hear about real estate developers getting caught in the kind of the antics you see in movies. We're talking about the court of public opinion, not law, and in that court, we're guilty until proven innocent.
You think I care about what the law says? Or about some endangered frog-mouthed turtle? Or some stupid park for families to have a picnic in? No! I care about power, you pinheads! Oh, boy. Nobody knows this turtle exists, and nobody ever will.
Yikes. Of course, in movies, real estate developers are guilty until proven guilty. And like any self-respecting villain, they usually openly admit their guilt on tape so that it can come back to bite them at the climax of the film. It doesn't really matter how the facts come out. What's important is that in film after film, we see this, and this is a real problem. On the one hand, this is pure wish fulfillment. We've just spent 90 minutes watching a villain nearly pull off their evil scheme, so it feels good to see them pay the price. But this goes a long way toward creating the wish in the first place. See this image often enough, and people start to believe that this is who real estate developers are and what they deserve.
What I don't understand is why you would sell out to a faceless person that you've never met. I mean, you don't even know his name. Oh, yeah.
At the stupid high price he offered for this worthless piece of desert, I hope it's custom.
And it sends the message that communities must keep resisting, must keep fighting, keep it up long enough. And maybe you can be the one to bring these heinous criminals to justice. In these films, real estate developers aren't acting alone. They're typically surrounded by loyal enforcers, helping them further their evil plans. I mean, you know how it is. Real estate developers are busy people. There aren't enough hours in the day to commit all the crimes ourselves. Just having henchmen in the first place is bad enough. Because who even has henchmen? Mobsters, supervillains, people who want to keep their hands clean. This makes it seem like a real estate developer really has two jobs, pushing their project and running a gang. And it makes communities that much more likely to be on their guard, because they don't just have to defend themselves against you, but your entire criminal organization. Now, for you watching this at home, it's probably easy to believe that these tropes don't apply to you. But consider this. On one hand, because people believe real estate developers are criminals, they're highly likely to think that perfectly normal things, like seeking variances, demolishing old buildings, or donating to a city councilor's campaign, are actually crimes. Beyond that, because criminals, like you, are not only in the business of committing crimes, but also making sure you don't get caught. The fact that you haven't gotten caught yet only proves how formidable of a criminal you are. So, in short, by simply doing your job, you, yes, you, may be telegraphing your corruption to the communities you work in. Kind of a catch-22 there, right? And this is the story many neighborhood residents are likely telling about you, unless you do something to change it. Want to learn more? Check out The Secret Formula and see how you could make the leap from people fantasizing about seeing you on the most wanted list to actually wanting you in their neighborhood. Unless you're into the whole criminal look.
Oh my God, it's your father.
My father? You're supposed to be in Switzerland, you little son of a bitch!